Good evening, and thanks for joining me for a quick gameplay of TinyKeep. So I kickstarted TinyKeep, and it's one of those games where I think it's described as having a lot of potential, and people go into it expecting it to be more than it is. And there's a few key factors that I really had to kind of talk myself through. So I tend to be an RPG kind of open world player, like Skyrim, Fallout, etc. I like a lot of choices, investigation, plot lines, stories, but I'm not immune to a simple dungeon crawler. I did love Diablo back in the day, so a few key points on this one. Tiny. Being really kind of that first part there. This is simply kind of a speed run dungeon crawler one-off. Don't go in expecting it to be huge, but light and kind of fun. There's a few clever points about it. A few character choices. We're just gonna do that right now. But this is essentially just choosing the skin for the little guy that you're going to be running with. So we've got a choice of a variety of different headwear and looks. Different shades, of course. You can go with gender choosing clothes. Trousers. Level, so depending on your advancement through the storyline, you can pick your start. And begin. And that's really all there is to it. There is a little bit of a storyline, which we'll see just in the beginning here.
I'm out of here. Hey, I couldn't wait for you to wake up. You sleep like the grave. I'll leave the door open for you. Don't take too long and be careful.
And you best find something to protect yourself with, because those guards are not going to be happy to see us leave.
And really, that's the entirety of the storyline you're given. You wake up, you don't have anything. I just have, you see a little lantern tied to my belt. And this is the lockdown view. So we've got the hints up top, run away from the guard, and a couple fellow prisoners there. They may or may not be helpful. Oh, great. I am caught on fire and I can't run away. Awesome. That's a great start. So the first time I started this up to give it a trial, I didn't let any of the prisoners out, and I ran around getting chased for a while. The second time I did a run through just a few minutes ago, I let all the prisoners out, and I was fortunate enough that the majority of them, like this one here, had that yellow halo, were helpful. And so I had like a flock of 5 prisoners, and they would actually run up and take down all the guards. Because right now, there's really nothing I can do except run around. So if I'm fortunate enough to find a sword, which I should in a minute. Oh, thank you, prisoner. I do want to grab those coins too. Pardon me. Oh, there's another one. Now I can't even punch, so the mechanic of this is really just run away.
A guard fell asleep and I was able to just take this from him. It's gonna be a long way to the surface. I think you should have this.
Got a shield. So again, the simplicity of the mechanic is that I can use this shield. However, it's just a block. I can't bash. There's nothing else there. Now, I want to get by him. I have to find sword. I have some food. I can apparently jump, but I don't know how actually useful that is. It's not like this is something that has a lot of level changes. Or, you know, maybe it does in future levels. I have yet to see anything more advanced because this is a single life game. Oh crap. So I think I'm gonna die here in just a sec. Unless I can lure them onto these. There we go. That took one of them out. If I can lure them onto that. Good, there's another one. And one more lap. Come on. Nope. I know, it's highly complex gameplay. You know, I think this would fare pretty well on Wii U, mobile, for sure. I could see playing it on your phone. The graphic style and interface is really straightforward. Ah, there we go.
I had to use it. They didn't give me a chance. They were going to take me to one of those cages. Take this. I can't wait to use it again.
And thus the tide turns. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. There's a couple. There we go. Another one in there. Was that it? Okay. There is a map, although it doesn't offer a lot. So it looks like we can go up to the left here, down to the right. Now I do want to see what was actually behind us there. Was there anything more than that sword? Oh, there's a potion. So you can see them chasing this archer down. They've got a pretty powerful punch. Those being fellow prisoners, they don't actually have any weapons themselves. Now, unfortunately, I am able to do damage to them. I think I mistakenly took out a couple of the prisoners that last trial play. There we go. Now, while there are coins being offered, there doesn't appear to be any kind of market or like level up system. Again, at least as far as I've yet discovered. You know, perhaps there's something in the future. I'm not quite sure what they're saying. It sounds kind of like baloney. I mean, you know, maybe that's a local favorite. Maybe it's a particular craving. You know, I like when there's that destruction element in games too, where you can like break barrels and open things. This is kind of offering the idea of that without the actuality. Like if I swat a bunch of barrels, once in a while a coin will pop out, but it's not consistent, and the coins don't really contribute a lot. So The other portion of it, I mentioned speedrun is, you can see in the upper right hand corner, there is a timer. So potentially, if you didn't want to have this be, part of actual gameplay, exploring and finding everything, sacrifice 15 and receive agile blocker. Okay. Move faster with my shield up. Can I get anything else? No. Need one more coin. So potentially if you didn't want to find everything, you could just run straight through and really just make it about how fast can you get through and survive. So I had 3 prisoners with me. I don't know if that means that they escaped or if I just leave them behind. The nice thing is with such a small game, the level loading's pretty quick. I hate when you sit waiting for ages for a level to load or generate. And there we go, next note.
It's been so long since I was on the surface. Do you remember the pie shop on Anderson Lane? Just waking up to that smell was worth more than 100 adventures or 1,000 pieces of treasure.
So right now I believe that TinyKeep is for sale on Steam. I think it's about $10. Which is not a bad price for a small game, but due to lack of complexity, interface, inventory, level up systems, I think that's more than it's worth. I think probably the most I would consider would be like a $5.99 price point, and frankly, I think even if it were originally priced at that, I'd be waiting for it to go on sale. It's a fun little game, like I said, but it just doesn't offer quite enough replay value. I don't know though, I mean, maybe there's others who have played it and are satisfied with that. Looking through a lot of the reviews, there does seem to be some agreement about the fact that, while it has entertainment value, it falls into a lot of the tropes of kind of that simple RPG crawler. That simple really continues to be the call out on it. I think one factor that I would like to see change would be the ability to change viewpoint. This top-down, perhaps works in terms of just building a straightforward little game. But I think we're essentially trained to expect nothing. Okay. Trained to expect the ability to modify a lot more in games.
I managed to sneak past before they locked the gate. One of the biggest, meanest guards I've ever seen has the key. He looks like an absolute brute, and I don't think he's the kind to bargain with.
And thus the game boss is introduced. So I'm only about half-life because I was running around and I unfortunately dumped myself on a bunch of those spikes. I was just gonna say, and he's gonna take me out in like 2 swipes. I was just trying to get around that corner. I was hoping to trap him on that big circular arm contraption there, but no luck. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick look at the game. I'm not saying it's bad or it doesn't have entertainment value. This isn't necessarily the harshest of reviews. I actually do enjoy it. If I could, I would throw it on my tablet and bring that with me, with something like the Bard. It's got a little bit of humor, kind of low quality graphics, but simple, entertaining, and if you've got 10 minutes to wait at a doctor's office, then easy enough to pull that up, and you're not committing a lot to it. And you don't mind so much if you lose your game, because, well, if this is a single game through with one life, you always know you're going to lose it anyway. So it's not a huge commitment. But anyway, if you enjoyed seeing that, give me a like and subscribe for more content. I'm always trying out new games. I specifically look for those early access Kickstarter games, or games that are worth a conversation. So give me a recommendation in comments if there's something you'd like to see. Thanks, and have a great day.